Hey guys, my name is Sabrina Kelsey and I am with Keller Williams Pinnacle Central. This is my first time doing this class virtually, so hopefully everything is translated well, I guess. It's also my first time using this program, so cross your fingers that it all works out. So please keep in mind for your Massachusetts referrals, preferably Central Mass, and also if you love this class, please tell your team leaders. I'd love to come to your area and do a class as well. And also let me know what market centers you guys represent so I can send my referrals your way. So today we're going to talk about Facebook ads and Facebook marketing. So I'm going to go through this PowerPoint presentation. This has some really good stats on like why Facebook is important and why we should be using it, and why videos are important. And then at the end, we're actually going to go through and do an ad together. And I'm going to also attach to this email an ad that I used. I paid $50 for it. I received 13 messages and I scheduled 8 appointments from it. So it was great ROI for me. I hope it's great ROI for you. Feel free to use it and set those appointments. So I'm just going to pull this up and we're going to get going. So Facebook marketing, that's what this class is called. Why is Facebook important for your business? So according to the NAR, the National Association of Realtors, in an article that was dated March 7th, 2017, for the last 4 years, buyers 36 years and younger, which are millennials or Gen Yers, is the largest share of home buyers at 34%. 66% of those buyers 36 and younger were first-time home buyers. So just so you guys know who your audience is, obviously all of millennials and Gen Yers are on some sort of social media. So this is why social media is so important. 96% of millennials have joined a social network. And just to give you an idea of how big Facebook is and how fast it grew, we take a look at other forms of media and how quickly they grew to 50 million users, and we compare it to Facebook. So it took 38 years for radio to reach 50 million users. It took TV 13 years. It took internet 4 years. And iPod, it took 3 years to get 50 million users. Facebook added over 200 million users in less than 1 year. So Facebook currently beats Google for weekly traffic in the US. So what does that mean? There's more people searching and on Facebook for information than there are on Google. We don't have a choice on whether we do social media. The question is how well we do it. So since millennials are such a big part of our business and they're the largest share of home buyers right now, we have to be where they are, right? So we have to be all over social media and doing our best to get our information out there. 60 million status updates happen on Facebook daily. We no longer search for the news finds us. So I'm sure you guys have all experienced this when you're on Amazon or Google and you're looking for something to purchase, or you're just searching for more information about something, all of a sudden you see on your Facebook news feed whatever product or service you were looking for. And that's actually what we use in order to create ads to target to people who are looking to buy or sell houses. We no longer search for products and services, they find us via social media. Social media isn't a fad, it's a fundamental shift in the way we communicate. So this is just some basic stuff. This is the difference between a non-sponsored ad and a sponsored ad. So as you can see, it's the same ad, exactly the same ad. One was posted, one was an ad that was run, and one was just a post on my Facebook page, my business Facebook page. So the non-sponsored ad reached 2 people. My sponsored ad reached 5,980 people. And out of that, 461 clicks. So they clicked on my website to go to see more information about the property. And my website is a lead capture website, so I was able to capture their information from that. That is how I started doing ads. Now I don't do that. I don't link my lead capture website. I use the Message Me ad, so people can message me directly on Facebook. It's a lot easier to build rapport because we'll get into that, but Facebook's responds for you, so people get the instant gratification. And also, Facebook doesn't like when you leave Facebook, so when you have a website link, it gets a lot less exposure than when you don't, and when you keep people inside Facebook. So it's a lot easier to convert and to schedule appointments when you're just messaging them right away. A non-sponsored ad only gets shown to people who've liked your page. It costs agents zero money, and it has no way to track your views. It's just there. A sponsored ad, it gets targeted to age group, area, income, habits, behaviors. You get to set a budget and obviously see all of your tracking. So before, a lot of people were boosting ads, and now I definitely recommend that you don't boost ads, that you do a Facebook ad, and this is why. So boosted ads quick, which is great for us realtors because we're doing a million things, we're wearing a lot of hats, and quick is always good, but that's the only good thing about a boosted ad. So the post is already on your page. You only want people to see the post. It only focuses on website clicks or engagement. So engagement is when someone likes your post, or they comment on your post, or they share your post, which those are great things, but they don't convert to ROI. There's nobody's setting appointments that way. The ways that appointments are getting set is by people actually talking to you. So I find that if you do an ad, it's easier to get people to talk to you and have a conversation and set appointments. Boosted posts just let you check or uncheck an Instagram placement. Desktop and mobile Facebook newsfeed placements are given. With boosted posts, you can overlap audience types, and you can't, for example, choose a custom audience and then add interest targeting. So when we actually do an ad together, I'm going to show you how you can make it super targeted or super broad, and you can exclude certain people, or you can make sure that people have two of the things you're looking for. So we're going to get into all of that a little bit later. So with Facebook ads, you get to choose an objective early on, and that will help you focus on what you want the campaign to be. So I really like video views, and I like the message me option. Another one I would use if I wasn't getting such great results for that and I wanted to try something new out would be the lead generation, because that will let you it will let you create your own lead form, and so you can get all that information you're looking for, like, you know, name, phone number, email address. Like I said, I just like to have conversations with people. It's a lot easier to convert them than if they give you all their information and then you're trying to call them and they never answer the phone. So that's why I use what I use. So choose objectives like store visits, conversions, and lead generation, which comes with mobile-friendly lead forms like we just talked about. This is significant because Facebook uses your chosen objective to show your ads to users who are most likely to take whatever action you're optimizing for based on their user history of activity. So you're going to pick the demographics that you want. You know, do you want only men? Do you want only women? What age group do you want? What area do you want? Do you want people who are looking on Zillow for a house? Are you looking for first-time home buyers? Are you looking for a luxury buyer? What are you looking for, right? And then it's also going to match you with people who are going to take the action that you want. So if you want someone to fill out a lead form, it's going to put it in front of the people who match your other criteria, but also are more likely to fill out a lead form. Or if you use the message me one, it is going to put it in front of people who are most likely to message you. So they also have to have those other criteria that we selected, but they're more likely to actually do something. So that's awesome. Facebook ads let you choose placement, including Facebook news feeds, inside ads, Instagram feeds, Instagram stories, instant articles, messenger ads, and audience network ads. You can also choose if you'd like your campaign to be shown on just mobile or desktop or both. So, you know, when you're creating these ads, you want to really make sure that they're mobile friendly, or just select the desktop only version. When command comes out, it's going to be a lot easier for all of us. Not when command comes out, but when the feature in command comes out for the social media, it's going to make our lives a lot easier, because they've been studying ads for the last 2 years, and so they're going to tell you if the image you're uploading is going to work or it's not going to work. They're going to have templates that you can just use, just like they already have in KW Video. And they're going to tell you like the percentage of ROI that you should be expected to get with the ad. So that's going to make it a lot easier for us. We're not going to have to like figure out which images work the best. It's basically going to be there for us. So I'm really excited about that. Facebook ads let you dig deep with manual bidding if you so choose. You can choose a maximum average bid or a maximum per bid rate. You can also choose what you want to pay for, either impressions or clicks. So So if you don't know what that means, an impression is just when your ad shows up on someone's timeline. They don't have to click on it. If it's a video, they don't have to watch it. They don't have to message you. They really don't have to do anything. They could have literally just scrolled past it. So you're just paying to be seen, basically, or not seen. I mean, we really don't know. It's just on their page, basically. For clicks, you have to actually do something. So if they click on it, they click on your link, if they message you, if they watch the full video, then that's when you get charged. So for me, I like to do that because I rather get charged when someone takes action than just happen to be on their page, right? So these are the different objections you can get. Now, on the right side, you see brand awareness and reach. So that's great if you just want to get your name out there, but it really doesn't have any return on investment. People may know you more. They may, see you down the street and be like, hey, I saw you, you're the girl on Facebook, but they're not instantly messaging you to set up an appointment. So the middle section, traffic is going to drive traffic to your website. But again, like I said, Facebook doesn't like when you leave Facebook, so you get a lot less exposure when you do that. Engagement is like the old boost. So it's basically set up to get you likes, comments, and shares. But again, not to start the conversation, not to get you messages, things like that. App installs is if you want them to install your app. And lead generation is going to give you that lead form that's going to get all their information there. And then on the right side, that stuff is not really stuff that pertains to us. Conversions, catalog sales, and store visits. I mean, we're not really selling anything online, so I don't use any of those. So the other thing to know about video views is that when people are on their apps and they're playing games and there's like, I don't know, Words with Friends and Farmville, I don't even know if that one's still a thing, but whatever. They're playing apps on their games and they are able to watch a video in order to get extra lives or to get certain things. So this is where your video is going to be shown. Your video is going to be one of those videos that they have to watch in order to get extra lives. Also, a lot of people nowadays are using smart TVs. So they're watching their TV through apps. And so your video is going to show up on their TV like a commercial. And also you're going to be on the suggested videos. So if someone's watching another video, your video is going to be suggested next for them to use. So that's why I like the video views. I don't see as much instant gratification, like no one's messaging me right after that to set up an appointment. But I definitely, so just so you guys know, I also do our pre-licensing classes here. And so when I'm asking people how they heard about my school, a lot of times they're telling me they saw my video while they were playing like Farmville or whatever. So I know it's working. And I do have people, I actually did a video for a new loan program that just came out in our area. It's a grant. And I was doing a video to explain it, and I got a text from it. Someone texted me and asked me if they were eligible for it. So I do get some return on investment, but usually that stuff is more long-term. It doesn't happen instantaneously. So if you're looking for the most instant gratification, you want to be using the messages one. So these are the different ad placement options. So when you put your ad in, all of the ones that it's eligible for are going to be checked off for you automatically. So if you want to be on Instagram and it's a video, it has to be under 1 minute. And then you can uncheck any places you don't want to be for whatever reason. So how do we set up an ad? You have to go to your personal page. So this is my personal page, a copy of it anyway. And then on the left-hand side, you'll see Ads Manager. So different computers and different operating systems, like if you're using Safari or Firefox, it's set up a little differently. So you're looking for something that says Ads Manager or Create an Ad. Sometimes it is, on the left-hand side. Sometimes it's up here. Sometimes it's all the way down at the bottom. Sometimes it'll say Ad Center. So you're just looking for something that says Ads Manager. Oops. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about video views. So this also has been updated with Facebook since I made this PowerPoint. So now they're offering a 15-second Throughplay. So I definitely suggest you use that. So basically that means that someone has to watch 15 seconds of your video before you get charged. So you want to make sure your most important things are in the first 15 seconds. Like, what are you going to be talking about? You know, sometimes I even wait to say who I am until the end, because at least, you know, for 15 seconds they're knowing what I'm talking about, like a loan program or buying a house or whatever I'm talking about. So 15-second Throughplay is my favorite. You'll see it when we do an ad together. I would use that one. And then again, you're gonna pick where you want it. Do you want it in a mobile news feed, desktop news feed? This is where you can select a post that you currently have on your page, or you can create a new one by pressing this plus sign. I like to put it on my page first and then just select a post from here, because then everyone who already likes my page is going to see the ad as well, and then it's going to go to different people that are not on my page. So Facebook messages, if you want to do that ad, you're going to click to Messenger, and it's going to give you two options. Do you want to just have a call to action that says, you know, message me, or do you want to do a sponsored message in your instant messages? So here's the problem with that. The instant messages one is only going to put an ad in the messages of people you've already had a conversation with. So these are people you've already talked to at some point, whether they bought or they didn't buy. So if you want to do something to like try to recreate interest, I would put it in the sponsors ad, but otherwise I would just do click to Messenger. And then you're going to pick if you want inbox stories or the sponsored messages. Are you doing text only or text and image? And this right here is how it shows up. So Worcester Real Estate Team is my team, so please like me on Facebook. Please feel free to take whatever you want from the ads that I put up there. But this is what happens when someone actually messages you. It'll say hi, and actually it says their name. So, hi John, please let us know how we can help you. And then you can import an image if you'd like your team logo or a picture of people buying houses or whatever. And this is John saying he'd like to learn more. There are also other options which we're going to get to. So then this is the next thing that comes up. This is actually something directly from my messages. So I've edited it since then. At first you couldn't edit these, but now they are editable. So I don't know if editable is a word, but you can edit these now. So what automatically comes up is what are your hours, where are you located, what services do you offer, and can I book an appointment? And then as you can see over here, they pick the options they want, and they can pick more than one option. So she picked what services do you offer and what are your hours. And so then whenever the next time you come up on Facebook, they think that you're talking to them directly, right? And then the next time you come on Facebook or you have your phone or whatever, then you can answer their questions. But Facebook starts the conversation for you, so they get that instant gratification. Then you're going to create an audience. So you're going to do a location. So you have to exit out where this says United States, otherwise it won't let you do anything else. And then you want to type in here we went ahead. You want to type in the box where you service. So like for us, I'd be Worcester, Massachusetts, and it's going to default to 25 miles. But if you click on it, you can actually minimize it to 5, I believe, and you can go all the way up to 50. So depending on what area, how large the area you service is. And then this is the demographics. So what I do is I start typing, because Facebook changes what we can use like pretty much every day. The algorithm changes. So I just start typing like first time home buyer, and then usually first time home buying grant comes up, and we don't really have those in my area, but I click it because then I can go over here to suggestions, and it's going to give me all the things that that pertain to buying a house. So I just pick whichever ones I want, and then I go with that. If you want to browse, it's going to bring you to all the different categories, which you can choose like income, you can choose like relationship status if you want to like focus on newly engaged people or people who have just broken up, or people are getting divorced. If you want to focus on that, you're able to do that as well. And then you can exclude people. So if you want to exclude other realtors because you don't want them to you don't want to waste your money paying for realtors to see your ad, you can do that. You click on exclude people, and then you put occupation, realtor, and then you're good to go. And so you can also upload a CSV file from either eEdge or LinkedIn or any of the other lead generating sources that will let you export. So if you're doing like a 33 touch or 36 touch, whatever touches you're doing, if you want Facebook to be one of those, you can upload your CSV file to make sure, so the ads will show up on those people's timelines. So the only caveat to that is whatever email you have on file has to also be the email that they have associated with Facebook. So, but it'll be there if you do. So in order to do that, you're going to come to Create New, and you're going to go to Custom Audience. And then you're going to go to Customer File, which is this first one right here. Oh, we're going too fast. And then it's going to ask you to upload the CSV. And then your ad will go to all the people who match on that CSV file. And you can spend however much you want. So now we're going to talk about why video is so important. Visual content is the key to great engagement, and videos are one of the best ways to get more engagement. Videos are also a great way to gain more attention and increase conversation, since videos can inform as well as entertain their viewers. People are about 10 times more likely to share, comment, embed, and engage on video content compared to photos, blogs, and other social posts. Next to YouTube, Facebook has become the second largest referral source for online videos. And now with Facebook's autoplay of videos and the Facebook Live feature, interaction and engagement with videos on Facebook has grown even more. People also love to share videos. 92% of mobile video users share videos with others. 75 million people in the US watch online videos every day, and merely mentioning the word video in an email subject line, the click-through rate increased by 13%. Nearly 50% of all video is watched on a mobile device, and by 2019, internet video traffic will account for 80% of all consumer internet traffic. Videos up to 2 minutes long get the most engagement, and viewers retain up to 95%, guys, 95% of a message when they watch it on video, compared to 10% when they're reading it in text. Videos on social media generate 12,000% more shares than text and images combined. And video on Facebook increases end user engagement by 33%. So they're 33% more likely to do whatever you ask them to do in that video. Okay, so that's all the slides, which I'm going to send you guys this email with the slides, but I know it's just hard if you're, just watching the slides. So I wanted to do the video to explain. So I'm going to show you how we do this ad. So I'm on my personal page. It's my personal page, Sabrina Kelsey. Please friend me. Again, my business page is Worcester Real Estate Team. Friend me on there. Not friend me, but click like so you can follow me. So I'm going to go to Ads Manager. Again, it could be anywhere on this side. It could say Ads Manager. It could say Create an Ad. It could say anything. Or you can go to Create right here. Just look for something like that. If you have trouble finding it, I need to know. You can email me with what browser you're using and if you're using a PC or a Mac, and I should be able to tell you where to find it. All right, so we're going to click on Ads Manager. This is my ads account. I'm going to click right on it, and it's going to load all my ads. And then I'm going to go right here to create a new ad. And then this is the first slide that we talked about, where it's telling us, do we want to do awareness, consideration, or conversion? I'm going to do video views first, and then we'll go back and we'll do the message one. Because video views actually also has a message me feature now as well. I am using it. It doesn't work as well as when I just do a straight image and message me, but I'm still trying. And then I'm just going to hit continue from here. This is where you're going to name your ad. So I am very specific on what I'm doing. So like I said, I have another business where I run the pre-licensing classes. I own a real estate school. So if I'm doing that, it says like real estate school, or if I'm doing Worcester sellers, it says Worcester sellers, or if I'm doing Worcester buyers, it says Worcester buyers. But just try to be super specific, because that way, when you make these ads, you can just go back and select what you already have. You don't have to make a new list every time if it's going to be the same demographic, basically. So this is the new Throughplay for video ads that I love. I don't love that my computer is shaking. Okay, so this is where you can create a new, or you can use a saved audience. See, these are how I have mine labels. I really don't know why I did sellers in 01606, not likely to move. I don't know how that helps me. But just try to be super specific. And then you're going to, like I said, X out the United States, and then I'm going to type in Worcester, Mass. Now I'm going to click it, and then it's going to default to 25 miles, but I can go to 10 miles or I can go to 50 miles, so you can adjust it accordingly based on the area you serve or whatever. That if you're doing a hyper local ad, that's awesome. You might want to make that smaller. And then the age group, I generally do 25 to 65, but certainly you can do whatever you are happy with. To me, I do know that there are people under 25 that buy houses. I just had a 20-year-old buy a house with me last month. So I do know that that happens, but it is a very small amount. So you really want to go with the law of averages when you're making this ad, because you don't want to spend a lot of your money in the newsfeed of 18-year-olds who are not buying a house anytime soon. Obviously, I want men and women, and in the languages, you definitely want to enter all the languages you speak. So I only speak English, and I want to make sure that English is in there, because if you do not, and you're doing a message me ad, they will start messaging, Facebook will message them in their native language, and then they will think that you speak that language, and they will message you back in that language, and really you'll have no idea what they're saying. So make sure that you do English. And then targeting. So this is where I said I do first-time home buyer, and then this first-time home buyer grant comes up, and then I can go to suggestions and I can see real estate, house hunting, Zillow, first-time buyer, new house, mortgage loan, starter home, pre-qualification, property finder, homes.com, Trulia, property. There's so many. So just go through and figure out which ones match the ad that you're doing, or this is the hard way, right? So you can go to browse and you go to demographics, and then you can choose people based on their education or their financial. This is going to be their income, and it's going to be like top 1% of the, I'll show you income, top 10% of the zip codes in the US. It's not really going to be the whole U.S. It's going to be in the area that you selected, but you can totally do that. And then you see financial. Then they have the life events. That's like, newly engaged, divorced, that type of thing. Interests, business and industry. So it's really hard for me to go through all of these and to find what I'm looking for, like first-time home buyer, stuff like that. I'm also a high D, so I don't have a ton of patience for that stuff, but if you do, go for it. Go through the browse. For me, the easiest way to do it is just type in first-time homebuyer grant, then click the suggestions and click all the ones that I think are going to apply to the ad that I'm doing. Remember before where I said you can exclude people? This is where you would exclude people. So you can put in whatever you want. Again, you can browse, or you can just start typing. So I can do realtors, and I can do real estate broker. And this one, it doesn't have the suggestions, so you got to keep typing, because the suggestions are going to come up as you do it. And if you look over here, it's going to say like interest or job, occupation. You can look for that and select all the ones that you want. Now, if you want a super narrow audience, so maybe you have you're in luxury and you have this really high priced property, right? So you definitely don't want first time home buyer, but maybe you want, let's see, what other suggestions do we have that might apply to that? Single property, detached home. Let me see if they have a luxury. I've never actually checked. I don't do luxury. There's not a lot around here. Luxury homes. Luxury real estate. Okay. So say you're doing like luxury real estate, and I mean, there's not a lot of first-time home buyers buying luxury real estate, right? But just use your imagination for a second. So if you have first-time home buyer grant here and luxury real estate, the people just have to meet one of these requirements. They don't have to meet both, they just have to meet one. And then if you have excluded stuff, then if they're also a real estate broker, they're going to be excluded. But if you want to narrow it even more, you can say like, hey, I definitely want a first-time buyer who needs luxury real estate. So they'll have to match one of the things in here from one of the things in here, in this section. So here you could do first-time buyer, right? So now they have to be, I mean, this one, they could be first-time home buyer grant and first-time buyer, or they could be luxury real estate and first-time buyer. And then you can also put in income. So luxury real estate plus they need to be in the top 1% for income for their zip code. So you can be super narrow. And you just want to keep a track of what's going on over here, because if you're in the red, your ad is going to be too specific. It's not going to go anywhere. If you're in the green, then that's a good area to be in. There's a good size audience for you to reach. And if you're in the yellow, you're way too broad and there's way too many people for you to show it to. So you just want to keep in mind where you are over there. And so right now it's telling me my potential reach is less than 1,000 people, so it's saying I'm way too specific. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of that. And yeah, okay. So then you can see over here your potential reach is 24,000 people. Your estimated daily results is between 2,800 and 7,400. And your 10-second views or Throughplay is going to be between 440 and 1,100. So this is where you see how many people you're looking to get. And every time you change something like your budget or you add an area, then it's going to change. So it's going to update until you're done. So just make sure you're in a good place with that. So I always do automatic placements because it's going to put it in front of, Facebook is going to put it where the people are more likely to see it and use it. So that's where I want it to be. I don't want to try to beat Facebook at its own game. I mean, if you do, by all means, go for it. There are definitely many people smarter than me. But for me, if Facebook knows where it needs to go, I'm just going to trust Facebook. So here's where you're going to do your budget. So personally, I always do a lifetime budget. I generally spend $50 at a time, and I run my ads for 1 week. And I do this because after 1 week, everybody has stolen it, and it's not as effective, and it's stale. So I run the same ad for a week, then I run a different ad. If I want to come back to that ad, if I had really good response, I'll wait a couple weeks and then rerun it again. It's fresh again. So that's how I do it. And then I'm going to do the Throughplay because that's my favorite. And now you see it has lessened a little bit. It has lessened my estimated daily results to 370 to 920. But now people are going to be required to watch 15 seconds of my video instead of 10. So I have an extra 5 seconds to convert them. Bid strategy. So in case you don't know how Facebook ads are bid upon, they're like Google AdWords. So basically there is a auction going on in the background that we don't have any access to. And so I don't use this because I just put the lowest cost, and then Facebook is going to bid for me on my behalf, and as long as I'm not over my budget, I don't really care. But if you try to set your own bid cap, you're going to put how much you want. So I'm generally spending about 30 cents for a click or for a Throughplay, so I would never want to be up to $4, right? Because that's just a lot to pay for one click. But you can't, even when you're setting your own bid, you still don't get to see the auction. Facebook's still doing it in the background. So you can look at your past analytics and you can see how much it usually costs you and kind of where you want to be to set your own bid cap. But I just let Facebook do its thing and get me the bids, right? So again, do you want to be charged on the impression just because your video showed up on someone's timeline, or do you only want to be charged when they watch 15 seconds of your video? I only want to be charged when they watch 15 seconds of my video. Ad scheduling, do you want to run ads all the time, or do you literally want to go in and say, this is exactly when I want my ads to play? So you can do that. So you can say, hey, I want it Monday at 2 a.m. because I want to get all those people who can't sleep. I'm going to run an ad based on people who just don't sleep. And then I want it on Tuesday at 10 a.m. And then I want it on Thursday at 5 p.m. So you can totally do this if you want, or you can just do what I do, because who has time for that, and run ads all the time. Again, if you are looking at your impressions and you really want to be smart about your money, for me, time is more important than money, so it would take me a lot of time to look through the analytics and to figure out when my ads are being watched the most and when my clicks cost the least, and what my maximum bid is on average. I mean, that just takes a lot of time. And again, I'm a high D, so I don't really have that personality to really look at the data, and I just want to do it, get a return on my money, and set a lot of appointments and sell a lot of houses, right? So, but I'm going to show you how to do both ways. So if you're a different personality type and you really want to dig into that, by all means, do that. So here is where you're going to either create your video, or again, you're going to use your existing post. So you're going to use something that's already on your page. So if you use your existing post, my computer does that. You're going to come here to select a post, and it's going to show me all my videos. I like hashtags, in case you guys couldn't tell. And then you can pick it. I think that one I made a mistake on the text, so I stopped it. So these are the posts that are on my page. I can pick one. Those are the videos, right? Because I picked video. So, or you can come back up here. And you can create it right on here. Now, if you do that, it's not going to go on your page. It's literally just going to go out into ad land, and it's going to go on other people's news feeds, and it's going to say sponsored ad, but it's not going to show up on your actual business page, just so you know. And I have my Facebook and Instagram linked, so everything that goes on Facebook also goes on Instagram. And this is going to ask you if you want to upload a single video, or if you're going to upload a slideshow. So if I'm doing a listing, I just do a slideshow. I actually use an app called Scoompa. If you have an Android phone, it's SCOOMPA. If you have an iPhone, you don't have that option, but you guys have iMovie, so I like iMovie too. So Scoompa will let me just upload my pictures, my listing photos, and then I can add text and I can add music, and it's easy. So that's why I use that. But if you wanted to create your slideshow right on here, you could certainly do that too. It's just not going to really add music or text. So, and this is where it's going to tell you your specifications for your videos, what they need to be. And this is where you're going to add your text. So I always take this out because this is like our tagline that I hate and I need to rewrite. So I just make it to whatever the video is going to be, like, hey, hashtag New Worcester Grant, hashtag buy houses with us. I don't know, whatever I'm feeling that day. And it really depends on the video, right? Because like people are going to read the hashtag before they watch the video. You can put your website URL in here so they can click to your website for more information. Again, I don't do that because Facebook frowns upon them leaving Facebook. So I try to keep them in Facebook as much as possible. Creating different languages, this is new. I haven't tried it out. So if anyone's using that, definitely email me back. Let me know how it works. I'm all about learning new things too. So then I'm going to confirm and it's going to publish my ad. I'm obviously not going to do that today because I don't want to publish nothing, because I have created nothing. So that's how you do the video ads. Let me show you guys the message me so you can see where you can update your questions, right? So again, we're going to go to create. We're going to do the same thing we did to get here the first time. And then we're going to go to messages. We're going to hit continue. If you want to do 2 ads the same way, but you want different demographics, you can create a split test, and you can do the budget optimization. Message destination. So do you want to click to Messenger? Do you want to go to WhatsApp? Do you want to go in sponsored Messenger? I go to click to Messenger. And then we're going to create an audience just like we did before. Nothing's going to change about that. We're going to create our location just like we did before. You know, our languages, our gender, all that good stuff, our ages. We're going to fill all that out. The targeting. All of that stuff is going to be the same. Automatic placement, same. Budget, same. This is going to deliver it to most people who are most likely to reply. Love that. Impression is the only one it's going to let me do for this. It used to let you only pay when you got message, which was awesome. But you know, Facebook changes its stuff all the time. So if you're going to run ads all the time and you're going to run ads on a schedule, if I actually had stuff selected, both of these options would be available. But because I'm just literally going through it, it's not letting me. So here you can do delivery types. So you can do standard, like, hey, I'm spending this $50 for 1 week, so just kind of use it as you can. Make that $50 last all week. I want to get a few people every day. I don't want to really be bombarded. So you can do that, or you can do the accelerated, which is going to spend your $50 as soon as humanly possible and get you the most results as quickly as possible. So I like to kind of spread it out so I can talk to everyone and, like, you know, not have 500 people message me in one day or in 10 minutes, but you can do whatever you like. So if you're looking for something really quick, do the accelerated. If you want something that's just going to be a little bit each day, so you can add to your database, you can create relationships, and then you're going to do the standard. All right, so create ad. Again, this is where you're going to create the ad. You can do a carousel, which is like an ad with 2 or more images or videos. You can do single image, you can do single video, you can do slideshow. It's going to say connect in Messenger. This is what it's going to show up like. It's going to say send a message. You're going to enter your text over here, which says, hey, I'd love to help you buy a house. Contact me today for all your real estate needs. This is where you're going to upload either an image or a video slideshow. Again, if you're doing it this way, it is not going to show up on your page. It is only going to go out into basically ad land. Here's where you're going to, your headline, connect in Messenger. I usually say, like, message me for more details or something like that. Because, I don't know, connect in Messenger seems really formal to me, but that's just me. So call to action, send a message. That's the one I use. You can do learn more, sign up, subscribe, shop now, apply now, depending on what your ad is for. Facebook Pixel, I had trouble setting up my Pixel, so I was not able to do that. But if you're able to do that, that's actually going to track how many people leave Facebook and go to your website. It'll give you some more analytics. So this, if you do app events, it's going to be people who viewed your app. It's going to go just to them. Client events, offline events is going to be any events you set up that people either went to or they didn't go to. The ad is just going to go to them. So this is how it shows up. See, it says my name. It says, hi, Sabrina. Please let us know how we can help. These are the customized ones that I picked. So is anyone available to chat? I'm interested. Can you tell me more? Can I learn more about your business? I also change them based on the ad. So if I'm doing an ad about a loan program, I will change it to, like, how do you qualify? Can you tell me more? I'd love to meet with a loan officer, and then I just hook them up with a loan officer. But this is how you would edit it if you don't want it to say, this is going to edit the message, so it won't say, hi, Sabrina, please let us know how we can help. It's going to say whatever you put in there. Custom, welcome message, and then automated chat, collect information from people. So this is going to be like a social chat bot. It's just going to go on and start talking to people for you, and it's going to be AI, so... So this is basically what it's going to say. Please answer a few questions so we can get to know you. What city do you live in? And then they're going to answer. And then it's going to ask another question and then another question until, you know, you take over, basically. And this is where you can use an existing template. You can just upload it if you already have it. So and you can also put the post on first on your page so that everyone that you're already friends with can see it. And then so you would go to use existing post, and then it's going to ask me which page because I have several pages, so I'm going to make sure it's that. And it's going to go on my Instagram page, and then same thing, I'm just going to select a post. These are my reviews. This is what it looks like. So it's going to show you over here. Call to action, send message. So Facebook is basically telling me that my post is not going to make a lot of people message me because it's about myself, which I already know, but this is just an example. I wouldn't actually post this. I wouldn't send this out as an ad and ask people to message me. And so anytime you see this message, you can request manual review. So any of you who have not really been running ads, the first time you run an ad, you're going to get an error message that says you're not compliant with fair housing, because we're a real estate industry. That flag comes up immediately. So a lot of people try to fix that flag by going on their cell phone and fixing it that way. That doesn't work. So the first time you get that message, you need to go on a desktop, and basically you just have to check a box saying that you do comply with fair housing. You can also request manual review, so someone will actually look at it and make sure you're not violating fair housing. And after that one time, you'll never have to do it again. So a lot of agents that I talk to, that's the error that they're getting. They're not even getting their ads out there because this error message is coming up and they just don't know how to handle it. So then I would confirm, and voila, my ad would be going up. So if you guys have any questions, you can email me at Worcester, which is spelled WORCESTER, realestateteam@gmail.com, or you can call me or text me at 774-303-2485. You can always find me on Facebook, Sabrina Kelsey, or you can like my business page at Worcester Real Estate Team, and you can message me through there as well, whatever works for you. If you're on Instagram, on there too, so you can DM me there. Again, please send me all your Massachusetts referrals, Central Mass. I would appreciate it, and let me know where you service so I can also do the same. And if you enjoyed this class, please let your team leaders know, and hopefully they'll book me and I can come see you in person. And if there was something you didn't like about this video, I am always open to constructive criticism, so please email me and let me know what I can do next time to do better. Again, this is the first time I'm doing it just like on the web with this system. I usually just teach this class live, so it's a lot more interactive. We get to talk about like problems people are having with Facebook and fix those problems. So if you are having kind of that stuff going, please feel free to message me and let me know. And that's all I got, guys. So bye. Thank you so much for watching.